This is Coach Sandra, and we are here for What's Up Wednesday. What's Up Wednesday is a discussion about various topics and ideas that can help you become more confident in your personal and your professional life. Today, we're talking about confidence builders. Last week, we talked about imposter syndrome. It seemed natural to talk about confidence builders today and how we can be more confident on purpose and not by accident. And what can we do when we don't feel confident? You know, even the most happy people, the most confident people have moments when they think, man, I'm such a failure. Everyone has those moments. We all know that it's important to help build that confidence. And what happens then when you're having one rough day after another? How do you keep going without second guessing yourself? That's what we're going to discuss today. Because we do have those moments when we think, oh my goodness, I'm a failure. We have those moments when we're having a rough day, one day after another. I don't know about you, 2020 is that year. One day after another. There's some good things, but it has been a rough year so far. Hopefully it will get better. Now, confidence means you have certainty in yourself and certainty, you're confident in your powers and your abilities. Now, confidence doesn't happen by accident. Hi, Karina. Yes, it doesn't happen by accident. This is something we can actually build, confidence builders. It's a set of behaviors that anyone can practice and anyone can learn. So today we're going to talk about a few of those confidence builders. Let's learn how to hack your own mind and give yourself that boost of confidence when you most need it. Number one of my favorites, power poses. Now, if you've listened to Amy Cuddy's TED Talk about power poses, she called it your body language shapes who you are. She talks about how your body language changes how you perceive yourself. Interestingly enough, how we sit, how we stand, our posture, our positioning, all affects how we feel about ourselves. Now, in her study, she broke it into two different groups. One group did power poses, the second group did not. The first group that did the high power poses increased their testosterone by 20%. Now, ladies, you have testosterone too, so it will increase your testosterone. And it had a decrease in cortisol, and that's our stress hormone. That cortisol was decreased by 25%. Just for standing in those power poses for 2 minutes. A whole 2 minutes, that's it. So when we practice these, you want to start practicing these, we're going to do it. I want you to stand up, lean over your desk slightly with your hands on your desk. We call this the CEO. We've all seen someone who's done this where they've stood up and the desk leaned over and put their hands, both hands on the desk and leaned over. Now try this. Hold that pose for a couple minutes. See how you feel after you're done. So that's pose number one. Pose number two is my favorite, which is the Wonder Woman pose. If you've ever watched Grey's Anatomy, you know they did it. They stand with their feet a little bit wider than hip width apart. Put your hands on your hips and bring your chin up. This is our Wonder Woman pose. Great pose to help you feel more confident. Thirdly, what we have called the villain. The villain, you're going to lean back in your chair, you're going to cross your ankles, and you're going to fold your hands behind your head and just lean back and relax. This is our villain pose. This will also help build that power and that confidence. The last one I'm going to share with you today for our poses is our victory pose. I did this morning in the shower. I was thinking, all right, I'm going to talk about confidence builders today. I want my power pose. Our victory pose, your feet are a little wider than hip width apart, and our arms are up in the air in a V, victory pose. I win. This is our victory pose. Now, your power poses are one way to help increase that confidence. As soon as your body perceives it, your brain perceives it, confidence starts pumping. The second way is to smile. Who knew smiling would make you feel more confident? Smiling is a powerful form of communication. A 2020 study showed that whether the smile is forced or genuine, smiling lowers your heart rate and helps reduce your stress levels. So think about it this way. When you're stressed, chances are your confidence is really high. When you're less stressed and you're smiling, your confidence comes down. And your heart rate. Makes you more relaxed. Even if you don't feel like smiling, smile a little bit. Smiling will help you raise that confidence, help you feel better, and, makes you a little bit more approachable. If you're like me and you're not smiling and you have that face, we all know what that face is called. I had a client call it the resting, no, that's not what he called it, the Spock face. We all know another name for it, the resting face. Smiling helps you relax, it helps your audience, and helps your customers relax. Guess what? It also makes you look more confident. You look confident, you feel confident. Another way to boost your confidence is to create an alter ego. Now, this is a fun one. Give yourself a powerful alter ego in situations that you don't feel as confident. This could be Wonder Woman. It could be the Bionic Woman. If you're my age, you know who that is. It could be Supergirl. It could be Captain Marvel. It could be Elastigirl. All of these could be your alter ego. So when you're thinking about your alter ego, think about what would Wonder Woman do in this situation? What would she say? How would she act? And take on that persona. Now, I don't mean you have to fully take it on and be someone else, but think about how would she interact with people? How would she feel? She's always confident. Take that alter ego on. Now, you can use this technique when you just need that boost of confidence too. Doesn't have to be the full time. It can be just that little boost. All right, I'm stepping into the meeting and I'm going to go ask for that promotion. Putting on the Wonder Woman alter ego and striking that power pose, and here we go. A great way to also build your confidence is to challenge your inner critic. Our inner critic is that nagging voice in your head that it can defeat your confidence. Any of us. It's the ones that tells you you're not good enough, that you're a failure, that you don't know what you're doing. So here's how we defeat that inner critic. Anytime we hear a negative statement, I want you to reframe it into a positive statement. Yes, Electra Girl and Dinah Girl, yes. Love it, Karina. When you're reframing your inner critic, I want you to think about a positive statement. As soon as you hear that negative statement, man, I am such a failure. What would you tell your best friend? What would you tell your best friend if they said that to you? So reframing it. What would you share with a close friend if they said, man, I'm such a failure? You'd probably ask them, what have you done successfully? Where are those successes? And help them reframe things. This is something you can do for yourself too. When that inner critic gets out of hand, I want to challenge that inner critic, counter it with some good positive statements, and move forward. The other thing you can do is use the wise choice process. The wise choice process is something that says, where am I right now? What's my situation? How would I like my situation to be? What are my options? What action am I willing to commit to? Then you commit to that action, and then you come back and reevaluate. It's a great way to build your confidence instead of thinking, oh my goodness, I don't know what's going to happen. Make a plan. Execute your plan. Step back and see, did it work? If it didn't work, that's okay. You learned something. Being positive. Confidence builders, you can say, oh, yeah, Sandra. Being positive. Being positive really is an essential part to confidence. Now, how can you believe in yourself if you're just hanging out, being mopey and being depressed, being negative? Have you ever been around somebody like that? It's kind of hard to stay positive, isn't it? So what happens when that person is you? You may think, you know what? I'll have to find some affirmations and say those. This is something I hear a lot in the coaching community is, oh, if you're being negative, all right, find some positive affirmations and say them. If you're already a positive person, that may work for you. It may. But if you're not, that may not work for you. It may actually make things worse. Now, there was a study done by the University of Waterloo that said positive statements can help people who are already positive, but they can make insecure people feel worse. So find what works for you. It could be positive statements. It could be challenging your inner critic. It could be taking on that alter ego. What would she do in this situation? It could be something as simple as smiling. One of my favorites is the power poses we started talking with. Strike a power pose, smile, tell yourself something positive, and then challenge that inner critic as if you were Wonder Woman or Electra Girl or Dyna Girl. Finally, as we wrap up, confidence builders. Something we forget to do a lot is self-care and relax. It's hard to be confident when you're stressed. When you have so many things going on, you're going 110 miles an hour, it's really hard to be confident. So I would suggest when you have those stressful days, take a couple minutes, do your power pose. 2 minutes in a power pose helps increase that confidence. Just take a moment. You'll find that you feel better. You find you're a little bit more confident. Give yourself permission to have some downtime.